YouTube, what is going on, guys? Day one, Nade here, and it is the day of the Ignite servers. The Ignite servers are out, they are live, and well, they are even more juiced than we expected them to. Now, with that being said, I know that a lot of people that have never played Lost Ark before are going to be super confused. Kind of what do we need to do the moment that we get into the server? How can we kind of start our progression? And what is your personal recommendation on kind of the steps once you step into the servers? So I'm going to start from the moment that you get to the select a class, and then I'm going to basically run you through up until you do your first raid. Now, I'm not going to go through and actually do all of the content, but I'm going to instruct you basically what to do and how to do it. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to make a Deadeye. I am, as per usual, going to just select a preset. You don't have to. You can create your character, but for me, I just don't. Deadeye video test. I'm terrible with names. Deadeye name. There we go. Perfect. Names. Hopefully you are better with names than I am, because I am, quite frankly, I'm terrible. So it's going to immediately load you into Trickshon. We're going to skip this cutscene. Again, you don't have to, but once you get here, you are basically going to run across the bridge and talk to Beatrice on the opposite side. For whatever reason, you can't spacebar or anything to get yourself over there faster. There is a small cutscene that you do have to watch. Once you get here, she basically talks to you.
Are on the move again. The Arks once saved the world from the demons. We need them again.
All right, perfect. Yep, Tomb of
Prophecy.
Prophecy.
It will show you the path of your destiny.
You are now going to run up to the Tomb of Prophecy, open the book up. It's going to ask you what class you want to play. In this case, I want to play Deadeye. Perfect. It's going to get my Deadeye class set. It's going to level me up. Going to go through a quick animation that you, again, can't skip. This is basically just giving you your class. Cool little cutscene. All right. And now from here on out, you're going to go up the stairs. You're going to speak to Beatrice again. You're going to now leave and head into the worlds. Going to escape this. What we're going to come up on is a screen that, again, if you'd like to play through it, by all means, go ahead and play through it. But I've already played through it on multiple characters. I don't personally need it. So I'm going to skip the prologue, but all of this stuff basically is just going to teach you how to use a pet, how to use a mount, just kind of basics of Lost Ark. If you've never played the game before, I would do it probably one time just to kind of, you know, learn as it walks you through it. But I'm going to basically get you set up. So if you don't want to watch it and you don't really care about the rewards, which they're not huge, you don't have to. So we're going to load on in, and again, in the Ignite servers, you're going to jump right to 1540. So it puts you right in Voldus. You're going to open up your inventory. You're going to open up your selection chest. In this case, I'm going to use the Nightmare set, but if you have never played Lost Ark before, or again, if you're a returning player, you're going to want to use some guide from either Lost Ark Nexus or from Maxroll. Both of those are perfect sources. They are amazing. The people over at both of those sites have done an amazing job on all of their guides. I'll make sure to link those below so you guys can go and can do them, can view them and go through them. So now you're going to equip your gear. You're going to get rid of your green gear because you no longer need it. You're going to use your runes. I'm going to put a health pot on and use it. so it'll start giving me my health, because if not, it's going to drive me absolutely insane. This gem box you don't have to open. This is something that you would usually use if you weren't already 1540. You're going to use your mounts, and you're going to use your pets. I don't have a pet, as I already used it on another character on the Ignite server I've already been playing. So now that you have your gear and you are 1540, what is next? So you go up here to the top right, you see Rising Express. It's going to ask you for a style. In this case, I want to play Pistolier Deadeye. I'm going to select Pistolier Deadeye. I'm going to hit OK. Once I do that, it's going to pop me a brand new UI up that's going to give me claim rewards and upgrades. I'm going to claim those rewards. I'm going to accept the ongoing quest. Now, you can go through the growth progression system here, but I'm not going to for the sake of time. I am going to teleport up here. That growth mission is basically going to run you through like putting your gear on, going into your first Chaos Dungeon, going into your first Guardian raid. But again, you don't really need to follow along with it. If you'd like to, by all means, go ahead. You're going to open your inventory up again. You're going to open up your achievement chest, and inside of your achievement chest is going to give you a bunch of books. It's going to give you a bunch of materials to hone, as well as battle item chests that you are definitely going to want when going into raids. So in this case, we're going to go just through a little bit of honing here. They have changed it. So in the Ignite servers, you only use silver all the way to 1580. So that is what we are going to try to do. If we run out of materials, I'm going to give you guys some options of how you can get extra materials to continue honing your character to 1580 and even potentially further, because the way that they have it set up is that they give you a little bit of gold at 1580, and at 1580 it's about 5 taps to pity. So you can basically get to, I believe my one character is 1590 before I even did a raid. But we'll see how far we can get here. We are getting kind of lucky with the hones. We've 2-tapped a couple, so we may not need extra materials, but I will show you guys here in just a second how we get those extra materials, just so you guys know. And just as I say that, we are going to pity out a bunch. That is okay, because we've gotten lucky. Let's continue to go here. We're gonna definitely run out of materials, but actually, okay, we actually didn't run out of materials. But in this case, if you run out of materials, you can come up here to the event shop. Now, obviously, I've already purchased it and I've used it on other characters, but they give you leap stones, they give you honor shards, they give you protection stones, obliteration stones. They give all of that to you here for you to be able to use on your character. Once you have gotten to 1560, you can come back into this screen and you can accept your 1560 chest, which is going to give you even more materials. So again, we're going to go back into honing, because for every 10 levels we get to open a chest. So with the amount of materials that they're giving us, we can basically get through and hone all the way without having to get any extra materials from anywhere. If I have to, I can buy some from the solo shop, just for sake of showing you guys how kind of what happens once you get to 1580, because I have done a couple of solo raids on other classes, but we're hoping that we won't have to do that. Let's just keep on going. We are looking good on mats so far, because we are going to get a refresh on mats at 1570. Just as I say that again, I need to stop saying that we're doing well, because the moment that I say that we're doing well, it all goes downhill from there. Come on. All right. So again, now we are 1570. We're going to accept another chest. We're going to go back to honing. All right, so now as you can see, it starts to show gold. So that means that we've gotten to the limit of this gear. We're just going to keep on going through all of the pieces quickly. Okay, so now you have gone to 1580, and when you open up the UI and accept the 1580 chest, you now see that you get a little bit of bound gold as well as your con gear. So in here, we're gonna go again. I'm gonna select Nightmare. You select whatever class, whatever set you need for your class. We're gonna go back. We're gonna click down here to gear transfer because you want to gear transfer your last set of gear over, so it takes all of the honing that you did on your last piece of gear and puts it onto your new set of a con gear, as well as it will give you some quality upgrades kind of on an RNG basis. As you saw, I got an 80 there. We'll talk about quality afterwards, but you kind of want to get through your honing because this is the last set of gear that you're going to get to for the foreseeable future until you transfer out. So we'll get our last transfer in right there. And now make sure that none of these have any numbers on them. That will basically prove that we have used all of the transferring over, and now we have our new set of 1585 gear. With 1585 gear, we're now able to go back in. As you can see, it is extremely cheap, and when you go in and you use books, you see that it is already 40% out of 50%. So as I said, it's only, I believe, 5 to 6 hones to pity, but the success rate is also significantly raised, so the chances of getting to 1590 is very, very high. And if you get lucky, I think you can even push to like 1595. As you can see, I pitied there. That's significantly cheaper than on live server. Again, this is kind of the purpose of Ignite server. So as we got here, we are now 1590. Again, another achievement chest. So basically, you get the purpose. It's just continue to hone, continue to get achievement chest, and so on and so forth. So now, once you've done your honing and you have no more gold, you're going to want to head over here to the quality upgrade merchant. And basically, you're going to just quality upgrade. Go all the way through. I'll explain how to do armor in just a second, but as far as your weapon is concerned, just take every process chaos stone weapon that you have and just throw it into it to try to get as high as humanly possible on the quality scale. So it's not looking great right now. You kind of hope that you can hit big. There it is right there, the 85. And now you're kind of hoping for a miracle, because once you get to the 1.26%, it gets pretty rough. We'll just click through these. Okay, so 85 is there. So now when you're doing your armor, you have 150 stones, and you basically want to start at your lowest quality and continue upgrading until it is no longer your lowest quality. So now we have 2 at 24. This one is now 58. We go to our 24. It's still our lowest at 37. We keep going. This is really bad when this happens, and then you get the 38. That's really bad. 43 is still the lowest. We're going to keep going. On my one character, I was between like 70 and 80 on every single one. So now that that one's done, we go to 48. That's now 55. We go to 51. And basically, the more quality that you get, the better stats that you're getting on your gear. It's a very simple process. It's kind of a sink, I'm not going to lie, but it's something that has been in the game forever, and it will continue to be in the game forever. So we're going to I want to just get everything into the blue. Hopefully, I don't want to spend too much time going through this, but I kind of want to put this in a good spot so you guys can kind of see what you're shooting for. But you can get unlucky like this, and I might use every single stone that I have, and I might not get to where I want to be. So again, with this being 58, you're just going to keep pushing. Go to the 62 now. 70 stones left. 87, that's really good. So now we're going to start pushing the 65, 68. And again, you're kind of seeing the point here. You just want to push it as much as humanly possible. Okay, so we get to 75. Everything is in the blue. Now it's kind of just extra. So as you can see, that gave me significantly more HP, as well as all of the stats upgraded. So now once you're to this point, you're going to want to try out your class in a chaos dungeon. Basically, you go in, it's a hack and slash type thing. You're going to get a bunch of mobs that are going to spawn. You're going to keep teleporting through, and that's just that. Pretty simple. You can go into a guardian raid. This is a 4-person raid, and give that it has very limited mechs. You can look up a guide on how Sonnenvale works and can kind of go through there. And then what I would do is I would head into a raid of choice, whether it's in solo mode, whether you want to go into a learning party, whatever it may be. I would personally go into solo mode first, just because it's offered. The gold is good, and it's kind of just a good spot for you to just settle into the game, settle into the keybinds, get comfortable, and then you can kind of progress into group raids. But if you're playing with people that are doing group raids and you want to go ahead and do that, by all means, go ahead and do that. And then you kind of understand the process. You get gold, you hone up to the next achievement. Once you get the next achievement, you open the box, you keep progressing, and you're done. Once your character is 1620, you are ready to go. Now, with that being said, do not transfer out of the server unless you are 1620. The rewards for being 1620 are significantly higher than at 1610 and at 1600. You do not transfer out unless you are 1620. So get to 1620. The deadline, I believe, is on the 23rd. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost 100% that it is the 23rd. And when you're able to transfer out, you transfer your character out onto a legacy server, whether you take your roster level and whatnot out with you, or you just take that character and move it into an existing roster on a server that you already have. So that's Ignite servers in a whole. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what class you are making in Ignite servers. If you have any questions, comment them down below and I will help you guys out, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.